eZWay Network presents your favorite stars. From the positive paparazzi, we're doing it the easy way. It's your celebritunity to red carpet access. From interviews that matter, from celebrities, influencers, and entrepreneurs, networking you for your success. Eric Zuley gives his fans, eZWay family, eZWay TV subscribers, social media followers, eZWay supporters, the best of Eric Zuley interviews.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another awesome episode of hold on. It's been, see, I was just testing. This is a little test for you guys to see what did I do wrong on today's show. Go ahead and post your comments. I'm gonna go to a quick commercial break and we will be right back.
Hey everybody, welcome to Get Animated the Easy Way. How would you like to have your podcast or even your live stream show animated and look like me and be able to do really cool things that other people can't do? Yeah, make some money. Monetize the screen, monetize the monitor, monetize the microphone. Get with us. Contact 877-399-2929 or email eZWayNetwork@gmail.com to get animated the easy way.
All right, guys, and we are back here doing it the easy way. We're about to have some fun. I hope you guys are ready for an amazing show. So this is the show that helps you to virtually shake the hand of the experts. This is a show that helps you adopt the information and the knowledge of amazing experts that have been very established in doing what they do. We've been doing our show for close to 15 years. We've been on cable access television, KDOC, KXLA, multiple stages. I've done over 2,500 going on now 3,000 interviews. And we love to connect you guys to experts and watch you flourish and watch you grow. So today we have a very good friend of mine, Brian Smith. He's known as the founder of UGG Boots. And Brian Smith is charted and his own course to become one of the great entrepreneurial success stories of all time. In 1978, he imported 6 pairs of sheepskin boots from Australia with a dream to build a business where every American would eventually be wearing the product. That is how one of the world's most recognizable brands began in sales of UGG products and have exceeded $1 billion in each of the past 6 years. So Brian today enjoys guiding all you guys, entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals, entertainers, producers, on your journey to success by sharing lessons he's learned while building the UGG brand. So please join me in welcoming the historic, the legendary Brian Smith. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Eric. Great to be here, buddy.
It's great to have you, man. It's great to have you. So first and foremost, I want to just start out by saying that you were supposed to be at our awards show last year, and we had a couple awards to give you. And I want to actually give you a preliminary, guys. This is the award we're going to be giving out to Brian. You can't see it. Okay. I'll give you a little teeny tiny sneak peek. All right. Little teeny tiny sneak peek, but we got an award to give Brian on September 26th. Brian is one of our legends. He's one of our eZWay Wall of Fame legends. And we're honored to do that for you, Brian. So we look forward to you, speaking on 2 stages actually coming up. My book, The Influence Effect, with you, Sharon Lecter, Frank Shankwitz, James Dentley, and so many other amazing people. September 5th, we'll be telling your story, how we met, and then September 26th. So guys, make sure that you get ready and you put that in your calendar. And I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering what this contraption is on my head. It's called Brain Tap. So we definitely appreciate Brain Tap, our sponsor, who helps me keep saying and tap into my brain and do everything that I do. So definitely go to eZWayWall.com, guys, and go check out Brain Tap. It's an amazing product. All right, Brian, so let's get right into it with you. You are an expert of all experts, and you are known as one of the top sought after speakers. And if you go to briansmith.com or go to Google, just look up Brian Smith, you'll see all his accolades and stuff. And so, Brian, I mean, obviously we want to start with the story. I mean, how did it begin with an idea? I mean, did you slip and fall, hit your head on the toilet, like get the idea for the flux capacitor, type thing, or like?
Sort of, yeah. I just quit being an accountant after 10 years in Australia after I graduated, and was trying to figure out what to do. And in a meditation, I was, trying to figure it all out. And I just bought a brand new record, Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. And the words of the second song was, and then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. And that went through me like a rocket. And I thought, oh my God, all my friends are, tracking off to partnerships in accounting, and other friends had their own businesses going, and I'd been running on the spot for 10 years. So I figured that all the best brands were coming out of California, and, Levi jeans and waterbeds and surf brands and skate brands and everything. So I decided I was going to go to California and find the next big thing. And literally 2 weeks later, I arrived at Los Angeles, and I had my surfboard and my suitcase, and I rented a little house in Santa Monica and went straight up to Malibu and started surfing, because that had always been a dream of mine, from reading all the surf magazines since I was about 8, 9, 10 years old. So I was there a couple of months, making a ton of friends, but didn't find the next big thing. And it was not until for the fourth month, it was November, and the water was chilly and the wind was pretty cold, and I got out of my surf and I was pulling on my sheepskin boots that I'd brought from Australia, and I just went, oh God, there are no sheepskin boots in America. And 1 in 2 Australians owned some sort of sheepskin footwear, and they were all called UGGs, So I ended up going back home, and it was now morning in Australia. So I called them, one of the manufacturers I researched, and cut a long story short, I sent $500 down and bought 6 pairs of samples, and that was the birth of UGG, So, I thought it would be really, really easy. I thought my buddy Doug was with me. We were going to be partners, and he was a salesman. So he went out to all the shoe stores in California, came back 2 weeks later, and no orders. And he said, Brian, they tell me we're crazy trying to sell sheepskin in California. And I thought, well, that can't be right, because Australia's climate's exactly like California. And so by lateral thinking, every entrepreneur, when you hit a wall, you have to try and think your way around things. And I thought, well, how come all the buddies up at Malibu think this is the best idea in the world? And it struck me that, oh shit, all the guys who went to Australia on their surf trips bought 4 or 5 pairs of boots back for their buddies. So in the surf community, it was really well known. And so Doug and I ended up going back to the surf shops. And I remember walking in the first one with my little bag of samples, and he goes, oh man, UGG boots, what are you doing with those? And I said, well, I'm thinking of starting a business and importing them. Oh my God, you're going to make a fortune. Those things are fantastic. All my friends have got them. And this happened at every single store we both went to. And so we ended up raising 20 grand, which was like a fluke, because when there's a saying that when you start out on a path, the universe will conspire to work with you. And when we decided to start out on an UGG path, my roommate overheard us saying we needed capital, and he said, hey, there's some guys in my office are looking for investments. So just like that, with no business plan, no nothing, just our enthusiasm, we raised the 20 grand, which in today's money is about 75. And we sent 15 down to Australia and bought 500 pairs of boots because how successful we were going to be. And they finally arrived, and Doug and I loaded up our cars, and we went back to the surf shops, and the first one I walked into, he says, oh, Brian, fantastic, man. But, we couldn't sell them in our store. We just sell surfboards and trunks and flip-flops. but you'll do great in the shoe stores. And I just think, oh shit, what have we done? And the next store, oh, well done, Brian, but we couldn't sell them. We just sell surfboards and bikinis and trunks and sandals, and they're way too expensive for us, but you got to do great in the shoe stores. And so this happened like all through Southern California in every store we went to. And when we got back after a week and a half on the road, we met up at my little house in Santa Monica, and we tallied up the orders for the year. And the sales for the first year of UGG was 28 pairs, exactly $1,000, And so, that should have been it was really demoralizing. But, as years went on and, I built the business and then sold it, I reflected back and wrote a book about building the UGG brand. It's called The Birth of a Brand. And the theme of it is that you can't give birth to adults, right? Every movie, every sandwich shop, every sitcom on TV, every, products business starts with someone conceiving it and then taking the first action and giving birth. Like buying 6 pairs was the birth of UGG. And then every business or movement just goes into this horrible infancy, and it just lies there and it lies there, it lies there. And you got to keep feeding it, changing the diapers and everything, but you don't see much progress. But eventually it'll start. And by the way, that's when most entrepreneurs give up, because they think, oh, I did all this action and then nothing's happening. And I got to tell you, if you really believe in your product, you cannot give up. Just stick with it, because you'll eventually get to the toddling stage where people are writing articles about you, and the first true believers are telling all their friends about you, and that quickly goes into the youth phase, which is the best phase of all for every business. You got consistent orders, production's working, shipping and receiving's working, accounting and admin are working, and you can run a $20-30 million business in that youth phase. But if it's a really great product or a really great service, you're going to get into the teenage phase, and that's super dangerous, because you recall when you were a teenager, you wanted to be in every party in town. Well, it's the same in business. You want to be in every major trade show, and you want to be in every mass retailer, and it's suicidal to go too fast. And many, many companies go out of business in that teenage phase, even though they've been fantastically successful, because they're not geared up for it. And then eventually the controls are all put in and it becomes a mature company. But that theme is what, I came to after, doing the UGG business. And then 20 years after I sold that, I've been, starting new businesses, and every single one goes into that same stage. In fact, I'm in the middle of a new startup, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Super, super exciting. It'll probably be bigger than UGG, but it's in the infancy right now. And, me and my partners are all just doing what we can to keep it alive until we get momentum. So
awesome. Well, and I definitely want to hear about your new ventures in 2019. And you're taking the stage, Brian. You read my mind, because I actually have a little game for you. I want to give you a topic to speak about, and I'm gonna give you the stage. I'm gonna go away, and I want you to do like an off the cuff, because I want to help my audience really learn the best stepping stones of success to be a successful speaker. And you have been a very successful speaker. You've been on numerous publications and third-party validations that say that you're one of the biggest and best speakers. So go ahead and speak. Okay, the idea, the premise, the topic is how to be a successful speaker. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. It's all.
Okay, well, it's like I just explained. You can't give birth to adults, right? So, number one, I'll give you the story of how I got on stage first. I had written my book, hadn't published it yet, but I was at a little seminar, and it was about how to publish your book and everything. And I was standing in the lunch line at the event, and getting the salad on the plate and everything. And the girl in front of me asked me what I did. And I said, I've written a book. She said, oh, do you speak on the stage? And I went, oh, no. I'd never even conceived of speaking on the stage. And she said, well, I've got my own event in 2 weeks. Would you like to speak on that stage? And God knows why I said yes. So I had like 2 weeks to put together a little slide presentation. But because I had the book, I'll hold that up again. This book is full of stories. It's nothing but a great storybook starts at the day I conceived it and finishes at the day I sold it, the UGG company. And so I had so many stories. And so this girl I was advising me on the slide deck, she said, okay, you need 3 positive things, you need 3 negative things, you need a beginning and an ending. And I went, whoa, that's easy. They're all in my book. So I just went through and did little slides on, 3 of the really great things that happened and 3 of the disasters. But, I picked from like 100 disasters that are in my book because it's a really boots on the ground look at how to get, how to build a business. So anyway, 2 weeks later, I got on this stage, about, I guess, 200-300 people there, and I gave my first talk, and everybody stood up and clapped and applauded, and then it went on and on and on, and I was just like, oh my God, I didn't realize I could have this much impact. And people came up to me afterwards and gave me the most amazing testimonials. Some were crying, like I was about to give up my business, but now I see the birth to adults theme. I'm going to stick with it, And so that said, well, okay, you can speak, but there's a big difference between giving one speech and then getting on stages for money. And I had to do a lot of small talks, like to local, auxiliary clubs and local business organizations for nothing. And eventually I was able to change the stories out to be more, more suited to the audiences. And I was able to get a bit of humor into it. I got some coaching. I learned out how to work the stage, what areas to be in when you're giving certain points, when to back up, when to come forward, when to be loud, when to be soft. So I did get a little bit of coaching on that. But the bottom line, my success in speaking, and I've spoken in front of, to nearly 3,000 people at various events. And the thing that I get most when I come off stage is, oh my God, Brian, you're so real. You're so authentic, because I talk about the disasters. I talk about the crippling periods of depression that I went into. I talk about, things that happened that were like so terrible for any business. But when I talk about those things, I always talk about the positive side of it. And one of the favorite quotes I have is that your most disappointing disappointments will become your greatest blessings. What you're seeing on stage there is the Inc. 5000 conference. That was nearly 3,000 people in that hall. And I got a standing ovation from that one. And that, again, that's when the people came up and went, oh my God, you're so real. And so my advice to anyone learning, trying to get on the stage is, number one, have something to say. And it's got to be more than just boosting your ego. You've got to have a message that you believe in, that you think can help other people, because that's the only way you'll get any distance out of the speaking business. You have to influence people and have them recommend that, oh my God, I heard that Brian Smith, he was fantastic. And that person they're talking to will be having their own event. And they'll go, well, my God, I never knew Brian Smith. Let's have him on, And so it's the consistency, it's working on your story, just to keep the big tendency for new speakers is they get on the stage and they start off on a topic and then they head off down a rabbit hole and before you know it, they're talking about something completely outside of what they intended to, and that's a huge time waster for everybody. And so you've got to be able to have your points very, very succinct in your format. If you have a really good slideshow, that helps. But it's quite often I'll get to an event, the slide thing's not working, so I just give it anyway. Nobody cares. Nobody knows I has a slideshow. And the other thing is, if you make them, when you're making mistakes, which I did a lot in the beginning, you just blast on, and even there's a big long pause, you just walk back to your notes and start up again, and nobody knows that you blew it because they didn't know what you were going to say anyway. So there's a lot of really good little tricks to learn, but it comes with experience. And the only way to become a good speaker is have something that's meaningful for your audience, tailor the stories to that audience with a beginning and an ending, but overall the same stories are okay to tell, 5, 10, 15 years in a row.
I love it, Brian. That's great advice. Thank you very, very much. And, we've had people saying some comments. By the way, guys, as we're doing this interview, you're welcome to ask your questions. Do your comments, definitely engage. So definitely a shout out to Jason Spann. He says, good morning, eZWay fam. Thank you for popping in. John Du Bois, I think we both know John. He's on our eZWay Wall of Fame. He says, howdy, Brian. Good to see you. And multiple other people. So I wanted to read a little chapter. This is a little chapter, guys. If you look quickly, that's Brian right there in the book. And this is a little chapter on how we met. So 7 years ago, Eric and I met. Now this is written by Brian. Okay. 7 years ago, Eric and I met at the Los Angeles Convention Center at an event he was producing, recognizing hard work, drive, determination, tenacity, and so much more in this young man. I gave him my business card. I'm not going to read anymore. You got to actually get the book if you want to know, but there's so much more that happened. And how did we actually, Brian, you met me at the Los Angeles Convention Center. It was a big event, and you were one of the main speakers. I was doing my section, the eZWay section, and I just came up to you, if you remember, just hello, Brian, how you doing? Like nothing, just I wanted to be your friend. We had a conversation, and I want to talk a little bit about your advice on the best way to approach a successful person to get a relationship.
Well, be yourself. I've met some really interesting people after coming off the stage. There's the one thing that I hate most of all is when someone comes up and says, hey, Brian, could we meet? I'd like to pick your brain. And that pick your brain comment just rankles me because it's very one-sided. In other words, I want to get everything out of your brain, but I'm not going to give you anything, right? I need your information, but I got nothing to share back. And that's the worst way to approach any celebrity or anyone of influence, that you're going to try and pick their brain. I love people that come up and they go, oh man, I really enjoyed your story. I'm starting my little business, this is what I'm doing. And suddenly I'm drawn into their story. Instead of them trying to suck everything out of my brain, I'm now drawn into their story. And I'm a pretty open guy. Naturally, I'm an introvert, and when I get home from one of these big events, I just crash. But while I'm there, I'm up and I'm available for everybody, right? And so by getting into other people's stories, I've found that I've been able to help a lot of them. Some I've coached, some I've just given advice, and they'll come back a year later and, hey, do you remember me? And I'll keep giving advice because I know that they're searching, but they're not trying to suck me dry,
Great advice.
Really important thing on how to try and approach a celebrity.
Thank you for that great advice, Brian. And so you're saying these big events. Let's talk about that. We're in a whole new transition. We've transitioned from brick and mortar, traditional, in-person events to now virtual events. Everything's virtual. Everything's Zoom. Everything. Really, the television is the new stage. The monitor's the new stage. Yeah. How are you coping? How are you dealing with right now? How are you making money with the new transition? And I know you're probably on the computer screen 24/7.
Well, it's interesting. In February, I had a pretty steady income, a big income booked for the rest of the just through July, and it evaporated like in one day. Everyone just said no, we're canceling, and the government said no big events. So I had a full years of income just evaporate, and I never really got worried about it because I know from experience, remember I said your most disappointing disappointments become your greatest blessings? Well, that's been so true through all my life. I just go, oh shit, okay, I'm not going to be speaking. What else can I do? And I did do a few live shows. I had a commitment for a big event down in Australia with 3,000 people, but they turned that into a virtual seminar, and I spoke there, went over fantastic. And I've done several other small ones like that. But I knew that was like the end of speaking for the foreseeable future, as speaking used to be. And so I thought, okay, the world's changing. Everything's going to video and Zoom calls. And I thought, what can I do? And then I thought, a couple of years ago, I invested in this little company that's in the live action shopping space. And there was me and 3 other founders, and we all had our own, like I was speaking full time, another one, they're all got their full-time jobs going. So no one was looking after the store. And so I thought, I'm going to go in and do the accounting for the last couple of years on that business. And I did it, and I went, oh, shit. We sold $430,000 on Facebook, like, type sales, right? Sitting in front of your screen. And then we did 485 in 2019, and nobody's even watching the store. And that was like with about 10 or 15 sellers coming on to sell. And I just went to the guys and I said, God damn it, let me come into this full time, and I'll raise, some capital, and we'll take this to market. So I'm in the middle of the capital raising phase right now, but we've done a complete business plan and pitch deck and forecast out. It's going to be so huge because right now there are 20 to 50,000. I haven't got the exact number, but I've heard anything from 20 to 50,000 retailers are going to go out of business because they've got no foot traffic coming by their stores. And a lot of them have got websites, but nobody knows about their websites. So my new business is called Lash.live. It's LASH, stands for Live Action Shopping. And basically, I could be holding up this phone right now, and I'm talking all about it, and I've got an audience who have already signed in to watch. That's great, thank you. And I'll be talking about the phone. It's got all these features. It's got a scroller here and everything. And I've got 10 of these that are sort of overstocked, and I've got a great price tonight. And, I'm going to activate it now. And so all these shoppers out there who are looking for it, and this is mostly really we're selling clothing, apparel. One really successful girl who's selling a lamb leather sash bag, and they're making, 5,000 on a bad night, 15,000 on a good night, with 100 or 200 shoppers online looking at the products, and they're just blowing through all these kimonos or sportswear and stuff like that. So that to me is going to be the future of shopping, because you've got the Facebook Live. There are some sites that are trying to do that, but very complicated to get the money back. There is, there's Amazon and these dead sites, all the, company websites, they're dead sites because you just got a photo of product, right? Now you can sexy it up with Instagram and Pinterest and stuff like that, but it's still just a dead site with a photo of a product. But with our thing, we want to bring on all sorts of vendors who've got really interesting products with a great story that they can stand up just like I am now, and I can be showing, hey, here's this new whatever, and we'll talk all about it, the history of it. And if you want to, and by the way, there's a full chat going on the screen at the same time. So we're watching all the shoppers interact with each other, oh, God damn, I missed that bag. I wasn't quick enough. You are so lucky you got that bag. I hope to have another one coming up, So there's a chat there. But then there's a chat that's going from the shoppers to the, the host. And there's asking questions about the product or the sourcing and all that sort of stuff. So there's this incredible interaction. So it's bringing back the fun of shopping. Remember when you used to get the girls together and go to the mall? That was a fun experience, and it wasn't about the buying as much as it was being together. Well, this Lash.live site is now bringing shoppers together, and they're all interacting and they're having fun again. And that's why we think that the site's going to be so. It already is successful. With 2 years of beta testing, but now when we launch it, we just want to get several thousand sellers on board that have got sales going on all the time. And whenever you tune into Lash.live, you'll have a list of all the sales coming up, all the different categories. And that's going to be my new future. So, out of every disappointment comes a great blessing. And this one's fantastic.
I love it, Brian. That sounds really, really exciting. And so we'll talk more off air on that. I mean, maybe we can get a commercial going to our 200 million potential reach on all the major networks that we can get to. And I mean, that's what everybody needs right now. In fact, we have a platform too. If you go to eZWayStore.com, we linked up with a company that's kind of like Amazon, and this is like the Amazon for the influencers, for all the celebrities. And you can actually go to a digital mall and shop for all the major products, all the different stuff. UGG boots could be on there. I mean, Gucci, everybody's on there. And right now we're helping celebrities actually make a lot of money attaching them to brands. And I'll talk to you more about it. But
imagine all those sites that you brought up, especially the professional development ones. Imagine them getting on live and selling live. They'll be so much more powerful.
Yeah, we got to definitely talk about that. I mean, we create a home shopping network show and connect it all together. I love it. You see how the magic happens, guys? It's live. It's just off the cuff. It's just fun. So Brian, I want to get into the branding side. I mean, you're a branding expert, and everybody, I think, brands incorrectly. You know what I mean? And they put the cart before the horse.
Yeah,
it's all about the perception. It's all about the color scheme. People don't even know the NLP side of branding. You know what I mean? There's so much that goes into like the color scheme that you choose. Can you get into a little bit about, some tips and tricks, some golden nuggets? What is your advice on the right way to brand?
Okay, well, all the colors and shit comes later. Your logo is not your brand. Your product is not your brand. Your trademark is not your brand. Your brand is what your customers think about you, right? And so many people go into this thinking, oh, I've got to spend $1 million on a website. I've got to make it look sexy and everything. But if you screw up on the shipments in the first month, you've just screwed your brand. There is no brand. They're going to remember you as that company that doesn't deliver, right? So what you have to do first is get all of your operational parts working so that and you do have to have a logo, and you do have to have a website and stuff, but don't focus too much on that, because that will come as you start to develop and get loyal customers, have people starting to talk about you. Then suddenly your brand evolves, and your graphics will match the evolution. It's not something you really need to get a presence online, because everyone's going to go there. But it's really the actions that you take that will develop your customer base and your loyalty, and that's when the brand starts to evolve. Now with UGG, I mean, we started with sales of 28 pairs, right? It took 4 years before I was able to get traction, and I'd been advertising with these models on the beach with perfect hair and the boots in the front of the ad, and for 3 years getting 5,000 worth of sales. The next year 10,000, next year 20,000, and I should have been in the hundreds of thousands, right? And I remember I was about to give up the UGG business because it was just too hard, and it was very seasonal. And so coming into this 4th year, before I did the advertising, I had a beer with some of my buddies who owned a surf shop, and I was saying, I don't know what I'm doing with this advertising. It should be doing, and he goes, shut up, Brian. And he calls out the back to all these little, 12, 13-year-old grommets who hang out in the store. And he said, what do you guys think of Uggs? And every one of them just went, oh, those Uggs, man, they're so fake. Have you seen those ads? Those models, they can't surf. And it hit me like a rock, I went, oh my God. And I started thinking back, and these things, the ads were so fake. And so I ended up calling up a buddy of mine who was running the Scholastic Surfing Association in Orange County. And I said, Pete, do you have any young kids who are going to turn pro soon that, I can, use for sponsors? And so he gave me a couple of guys, and instead of, faking these ads on the beach, I just went surfing with him. We went to Trestles in San Onofre, and we went to Black's Beach in La Jolla. And these are also just awesome walks. They're a mile long, fantastic surf at the end of them. And I just took my little Canon Sure Shot and I just took a bunch of photos. And I ran those ads in October, November, and the sales went to $220,000. You know why? Because I got the credibility that I've been searching for, and every little kid who was reading Surfer Magazine or Action Sports Magazine would just die to be walking along that path with Mike Parsons and Ted Robinson going surfing at Trestles or Blacks, you know. And that was when the light went on for me about advertising and marketing and branding, which is what we're talking about. Suddenly I established a brand that was so cool in the surf market that if you didn't even really want a pair of those boots, but if it meant hanging out with these guys and I have to buy them, okay. And so what happens that Christmas? All the kids are saying, Mom, I want a pair of UGG boots, you know, for Christmas. All the cool kids have got UGG boots. And so the moms start walking the malls and the stores, and that was when the whole UGG thing took off. And that was really the beginning of the brand of UGG, when the brand was so cool. And then I was able to translate that into snowboarding and skiing. And then back east, I had a big problem for a couple of years. You know, nobody reads Surfer Magazine or Snowboard Magazine. And I thought, well, what do they all do for you know, sport in the winter? And I figured out, man, they all play hockey. There's millions of kids going to the rinks with their moms who's sitting in these 40-degree rinks. And so I started advertising to all the young hockey players. You know, I got a couple of stars to sponsor. And that was what this, just duplicating that branding from one theme to another, like from surf to snow to hockey. And then eventually it got bigger and bigger, and I was able to do a national brand. So the answer to your question is, it's not your logo, it's not your trademark, it's not your product. It's what your customer comes to know and expect of you. Like when you walk into a McDonald's, you already know what that burger is going to look like, right? You don't have to think about, oh shit, what am I going to get? You know that's their brand. Their brand is that crappy little hamburger, right? and so, you know, FedEx, you know what's going to happen. They're going to pick up your package and they're going to deliver it. That's the brand. It's not all the graphics.
I love it. I love it. Brian, don't go away. Don't go away. We just have to go a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Guys, this is invaluable advice. Amazing. I think you're talking about the brand identity. You know, you need to create that identity, and I think it's the power of association, the relationships, and really finding out the market, finding out your market, who your audience is that wants to get your stuff. Thank you for that, Brian. So guys, this is eZWay Live here with Brian Smith, the founder of UGG Boots. We will be right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian Willis, owner and executive producer of BETV. Right now we're looking for positive content and are opening the door to all the quality, elite YouTube channels out there to submit to us their content. Call 877-399-2929 if you'd like to be on BETV.
Are you looking to accelerate your influence? eZWayWall.com is a new site that allows you to promote yourself, business brand, and your products as an influencer. You can share your ideas, receive comments, promote and brand yourself with the power of affiliation. Associate yourself and your brand with the power players of today to become leaders of tomorrow. Come and join the eZWay Wall today. Sign up at wall.eZWayBroadcasting.com or text eZWayWall to 55678. 3 great influencers have joined forces to create a space for you to be the expert, get credibility, and be a best-selling author. Get acquainted with the eZWay Wall of Famers and reach a celebrity status with eZWay Publishing, powered by NLCP. Get seen on the cover with eZWay Wall of Fame celebrity influencers. Get the credibility you deserve by being a published author, best-selling status guaranteed. Increase your credibility, maximize your presence affordably and effectively. Enjoy your new life with eZWay Publishing.
I love it. All right, guys, we're back. eZWay Live here with Brian Smith, the founder of UGG Boots. And I just saw that we actually had Brian, our partner with NLCP Publishing, that actually just popped in, posted a comment. And I'm telling you, man, she is killing it with the book business. So I think it's over 30 bestsellers, and she's going to do some pretty incredible stuff with the book that you're in. And we definitely appreciate you, Patty. And then Brian and Todd Sue. I think we have a mutual friend, Todd Sue, said Brian is awesome. And so we're having a lot of fun. People are definitely getting into it. So great advice today, Brian. I mean, this is definitely knowledge you guys want to adopt. I hope that you're going to play this over and over and over again. So we have Speakers TV coming up, guys. We have a lot of great stuff with the network, and Brian, definitely love to take some of your content, support you, and distribute some of that content out there, and we're going to be talking more and more about how we're going to be supporting this amazing message that you're putting out, giving you your award on September 26th, and definitely want to talk to you about what you're talking about. What this new thing that you have going on is pretty awesome. And I think that with our digital expertise and our ability to distribute, and the platform that you have, your ideas. I mean, obviously, if you're behind it, it's going to be very impactful. It's going to be pretty amazing. So, lot of great conversations ahead. So, guys, the floor is open for you. We got another 4 minutes because Brian has a hard stop and 45 by 10:45. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, anything that you want to talk to Brian about, you want to come on to the show, you got literally 4 minutes. So we got a lot of people on right now, Brian. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little screenshot right now. Go ahead and point to the screen or something, do something fun. 1, 2, 3. And we are back with the show. So yeah, guys, the book's coming out. So Brian has an amazing chapter in there, and September 5th. Amazing knowledge, Brian, and obviously you know your stuff. You've shared some great stuff with us. We definitely appreciate it. So with the new businesses, the transition, the small business, what do you suggest businesses do now that don't know what to do?
Well, I'm amazed that for every person that I hear about who is really hurting because of the current situation, there are an equal number, if not more people who I would think would be like way out of business are doing great, Yep. It's the ones who are adaptable to change and to rethink of a way to promote exactly what they've been doing. They're not creating a new business, but they're finding out ways to remarket what knowledge and influence they have into new customers. I had dinner with a friend last night he's a coach, and I just figured, oh God, nobody's going to be hiring him because money's tight, everybody's sort of locking down and they're being really conservative. And he said he just rethought it. He thought, okay, what am I really, really good at? And there are so many other associations pulling on him and everybody wanting a piece of him. And he just said, God damn, that's it. I'm cutting all that extra bullshit out and I'm just going to focus on coaching. And he said, I am getting 1 or 2 referrals a day ever since I came back to my core. And he said, I'm doing better than I ever did. And so that's just one friend out of, tons of people that I've been speaking to who are actually doing better. There's people in the mortgage business, writing mortgages. I've got one friend who's probably going to make a couple of $100,000 this year, which has already been made in the last 6 months because interest rates dropped so dramatically, right? There's all sorts of people just making a ton of money by rethinking how to cope with what's happening. And I really don't have an answer for everybody. I know it happened to me because I had to try and figure out, well, speaking's out, what else can I do? And luckily I had something to fall back on into this Lash.Live company. But everyone will have an opportunity if they just open up their eyes and look laterally, look for the unobvious. And there is a solution out there.
So we have over 44 live viewers right now, Brian, that is hearing what you're saying. So this is an amazing platform for you guys. You definitely need to check it out. So again, Lash.Live, and make sure you go check that out. Again, eZWayStore.com is ours. Maybe we'll put the two together. See something really cool happen here. There's so many different ways to monetize the monitor, monetize the microphone. And Brian doesn't know this, but he'll be doing a show on our network here really quick, giving some amazing advice and giving a virtual stage, and but we'll get you on. We'll get you on eZWay TV here pretty soon, Brian. But I know you have a hard stop at 10:45, which is now. So I'll let you make sure you get to your point. But in last final words, what do you want to say to our audience? And thank you for your time today on the show.
Okay, the most important piece of philosophy in my book and from the stage is that the quickest way for a tadpole to become a frog is live every day happily as a tadpole.
Can you do me a favor, Brian, and give us a little shout out that you're going to be there September 26th? You're going to be receiving your award. You support eZWay. Like, give me a little quick drop. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll do.
Go ahead. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to being on with you again, Eric, when I receive my award on the 26th of this month, or September. Sorry. I love working with you. I really enjoy being on the show, and I know, entrepreneurs are my passion, drive. So any way I can help entrepreneurs get going and stay going is what I want to do. So thanks a lot for giving me the award. I can't wait to receive it.
I appreciate you, Brian. All right, man. I'll let you get to your meeting. Thank you so much for doing it the easy way.
Enjoy.
All right, guys. All right, that was Brian Smith. Woohoo! Man, wasn't that some valuable advice, right, guys? That was an awesome show. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you, brother. You're the man. I look forward to doing a lot of amazing things and connecting to a lot of amazing people, and we keep doing it the easy way. And so, guys, Brian Smith says very valuable advice today. So I hope you really take heed of that. You use it, because I always say, these experts and life gives you these golden tools, these amazing golden tools, and these golden keys. Okay, so you guys get these golden keys, and you have multiple doors to open up. But if you don't knock on those doors, if you don't put the key in the hole, if you don't turn the key, nothing happens. No follow-up. What I'm saying is no follow-up, nothing happens. So follow up on today's show. Great advice. And that's really what it's all about. So coming up, guys, my book, September 5th, my book is launching. We're going to do a big event, just like you're seeing me right now. We're going to have Brian Smith, Sharon Lecter, Frank Shankless, James Dentley, multiple different stars, Kate Linder, Trey Ireland, all these people. They're going to be talking about how we met each other and how we turn relationships into relationship equity. The stories are amazing. A lot of great golden nuggets. Thank you to our sponsor, BrainTap, for supporting us as always. And you guys got to definitely get your BrainTap. Go to eZWayWall.com. In fact, I'll show it to you right now. Go to eZWayStore.com if you want to get some of the stuff from my mall. How would you guys like to have your own mall? I mean, I brought Kristana Loken from Terminator in to get her own mall. We brought major brands like Myacor, and we're doing all these amazing things happening with product and helping you guys make a little bit of money at home. So we'll be talking more about my new digital mall that's going to be launching here. I think next Monday, we're going to be really launching this thing. It's pretty exciting. And then again, you want to go to eZWayWall.com, and then you just go to shop. Okay. And also I'm going to talk, don't go anywhere, guys. I'm going to talk about the voting. I'm going to talk about the voting for this awards and what's happening. So go to shop. Okay. Click on shop. And then look, you can look for multiple services and all the different people we're working with, the book and everything that's happening. But you want to go to shop and click on BrainTap. This is the most amazing item ever. It's helped my balance. It's helped my brain. It's helped my hosting. It's helped my speaking. It's helped everything. And it's the most amazing product ever. So definitely make sure you check this out. Okay. So the voting is happening. The voting was launched yesterday. The voting is now happening for our nominees, for our legends, the eZWay Awards. I'm going to show you guys the eZWay Awards. This is really exciting stuff. Okay, the eZWay Awards is rocking and rolling now. Okay, the eZWay Awards is happening, and I'm going to show you guys what we have going on. So if you go to again, go to vote, go to nominees, and you can vote for your favorite nominee. You just click on whichever category you want to vote for. So let's say Master Connector. Click on that category. It'll take you to that category. It'll show you the presenter. It'll show you everything going on. Okay, same thing with the legends. Okay, if you want to vote for one of the Legends Awards, you go up to the top. Go to where it says vote for the legends. Okay, definitely shout outs to Gucci and Elimio for doing all this amazing web work. So all the Legends Awards are right here. Choose your favorite award. Say you want to vote for my dad's award. These are his nominees. All you got to do is put your name, your email, and your phone number in. Then you click on vote. It's that simple. Done. If you want to register for the event, you go to eZWay Live Events.com. Okay, eZWayLiveEvents.com. We're going to put this link on the same page that you were just at, and it's as simple as registering right there. Go down to the bottom, and you'll see that you can vote. Same thing. But so if you want to know everybody that's involved in the event, check this out, guys. If you want to know everybody that's involved in the event, you can go to all flyers. Okay, this is really for the people that have there are nominees, presenters, or are involved. But if this is a great way to know about everybody that's involved with the event. So this is really where people can go and get their flyers. But you guys see, this is an incredible event. These are all the people that are involved with the event. And every one of these people are going to be promoting. Every single one of these people are going to be pushing. Every single one of these people are going to be spreading the word. This is going to be the most incredible event ever. We have the top level legends. We have the top level salespeople, top level producers, top level PRs, top level people in the industry that are involved are in this event. I mean, we have Patrick O'Brien. Come on, Patrick O'Brien started the Access Hollywood world. I mean, this guy right here. Shout outs to DJ. DJ has like 400 something people that are already. These twins are amazing. I mean, this is an incredible event, and we're not even stopping here, you guys. We're not stopping here yet. So we're going to be doing a show every Thursday, probably starting tomorrow. About the eZWay Awards, hosted by Tony Boldy and Joanna Harabedian, Ms. America, as well as myself. And we're going to be interviewing all the nominees, all of our presenters, helping to promote them more, giving them more shine. It's just very incredible. Now, one more thing too. So today at 6:00, make sure you put this in your schedule. This is a new show that we're putting on eZWay Network. It's called BSA Live. Tony Boldy is an established acting coach, has done thousands of films. He is amazing at connections. He's brought in a lot of connections to our awards. So BSA Live is happening today at 6:00. If you're interested, message me. Go to eZWayFam.com. Post your comments. Post your comments right now on this show. If you're interested in watching the show, we are building a show. We're producing a show that's like American Idol for actors. Actors battle it out to be a star in a major movie. It is going to be really fun. It's right there on Zoom. We have some of the top level experts. I actually spoke in conjunction with Brad Pitt's publicist, worked with BWR. Amazing people I've met. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have much more shows like this coming up, much more films, much more content. All right. So it's not finished yet, but I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek of the new network, eZWay.tv. We're still working on this, but we are going to be putting out a lot of shows and a lot of films and a lot of really great stuff. So make sure you go to eZWay.tv when it's ready. We are really excited. We're rocking and rolling. We're doing the best we can to put together a great network for you guys. Go get our app on Apple Store. If you have an iPad or an Apple phone, go get our app. Go download the eZWay Network app. Go get the eZWay Network app so you have all the content. Okay, if you have Roku, Apple, or Amazon, go install our channel, eZWay Network. I'm telling you, it's going to be a most amazing channel for movies, film, and it's also going to be a very amazing opportunity for speakers. It's going to be the new virtual stage because eZWay Network is not only going to be eZWay Network, we also have James Dentley's channel. We have Virtuity TV. We have Best You TV. We have Billionaires Elite TV. We have multiple other channels. We're going to have a lot of channels happening, guys. This is going to be really cool. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Journey. I'm opening my mall next week. Yes, Patty, you're opening your mall next week. I'm so excited for you. I love it. So, guys, follow the eZWay movement. Real simple. Follow the eZWay movement. We got a lot of exciting stuff. Go to eZWayWall.com. Create your account. It's free. Follow the eZWay movement. We got so many other stars and influencers and speakers and just amazing people coming up. Follow the eZWay movement, and you'll be able to know about everything going on, all this awesome stuff. I'm telling you guys, eZWayFam.com, best place to get the information. That's right there, eZWayFam.com. And if you want to receive updates on these shows, just get an update on your phone so you know which experts coming up, what's coming up next, what opportunities you have. Text eZWay, letter E, letter Z, WAY to the number 55678. Text eZWay, and you'll get a notification on your phone. So thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. Shout outs to all you guys. Appreciate you. Shout outs to Journey and Patty and Bridget. I see you, Bridget. Shout outs to Bridget. Shout outs to DC Goliath. Shout outs to Todd Sue. Shout outs to Facebook user. Don't know who you are, but thank you for your support. Shout outs to my dad. Shout outs to Jason Span. Shout outs to John D. Boyce. Shout outs to all you guys that tuned in today and all you guys that will be tuning in to next show and the next show and the next show, and all you guys that are watching the archive. I want to remind you guys, please don't forget to promote. Please make sure that you share. You start a watch party. Please make sure you support. We are giving the Golden Promoter Award away at our eZWay Awards, and we're looking for those that promote the best, that share the best, that really deserve that award. Got to get the Golden Promoter.
eZWay Broadcasting presents the Golden Promoter Award. in recognition of your drive, resilience, and heart in helping our cause.
All right, guys. So I'm going to take off. Thank you so much for everything. Remember, my book is coming out September 5th. Go to Eric Zuley book. That's a group that we created. If you want to, know what's going on with the book, we're going to have an amazing event. It's going to be a live event right on Roku and on our app and everything we're talking about. September 5th is when the book's coming out. September 5th. So I got another book too, and opportunities for you guys to be in it. We got books with all of our experts. We got a big thing we're doing with eZWay Publishing. A lot of stuff we're going to do with books. If you want a book, contact us. Okay, a lot of great stuff, and we can get your book out there better than anybody because we have over 30-something shows, multiple networks, multiple distribution. Thanks so much, Patty, for coming in. Appreciate you. Thank you, Brian. Thank you to you guys, the eZWay fam, for tuning in and supporting and hanging out with me. I love you guys so much. I love doing this. I love hanging out with you guys, and I will be back real soon.
Watching eZWay TV, powered by eZWayNetwork.com. Thanks for watching eZWay TV. Watch the full interviews and episodes at youtube.com/eZWay TV, where you can network yourself to success. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and tell your friends.